This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, March 12th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Fair warning, this is all bad news, and it is all about Corona. So I want to bring you up with a comprehensive update sort of on the national, the state, and the local levels as well. It may be a little bit longer today, so stick with me. There's a lot of information to pass on. Yesterday, the World Health Organization declared that the coronavirus crisis now is a pandemic. The Dow plunged 1,800 points, and President Trump announced there was a new ban on travel and goods moving into the United States from Europe, which essentially is goods to and from Europe because planes are not going to fly back empty. You can expect the markets to react accordingly, and my tip of the day is don't look at your 401k. Late last evening, Governor Hogan announced that there were 3 additional confirmed cases of the coronavirus here in Maryland. One is a 20-year-old Montgomery County resident. Another one is a resident in his 60s from Baltimore County, as well as another resident in his 60s from Prince George's County. Now, Maryland's confirmed count of the COVID-19 cases stands at 12. Earlier in the day, he did announce that the coronavirus did move into Anne Arundel County. A Montana resident was visiting Anne Arundel County and tested positive. She is hospitalized at a local hospital here in Anne Arundel County, and it will be classified as a Montana case, but it will be investigated by the Maryland and the Anne Arundel County health departments. Also, there was a volunteer firefighter out of Montgomery County who is a Virginia resident who did test positive as well. Now, the state is taking some different actions across the state. The Maryland Department of Public Safety and Corrections and Services is discontinuing visits for individuals that are currently in infirmaries. Over at the MVA, they are moving away from allowing you just to walk in and take care of your business, and they are going to move toward an all-appointment system for all transactions. The Maryland Health Benefits Exchange is working to establish a special enrollment period through the Maryland Health Connections so you can get health insurance if you do not have it. The Maryland Department of Veterans Affairs is taking the advice that Governor Hogan dished out to long-term care facilities yesterday to restrict the number of visitors to essential people as well as prohibiting staff from international travel. A little bit locally here, the Anne Arundel County schools did a little bit of a flip-flop. They held a press conference late yesterday afternoon, and Dr. Arlotto said that school would go on as normal. He didn't see anything that was really going to be changing. And then by the middle of the night, he said, what we're going to do is we are going to allow spring athletic contests to continue, but we're not going to allow any spectators in. They did provide a link where you can watch them online. You can go to AACPS.org and catch that link there as well. In addition, they are canceling all field trips that are not part of the core mission of the school system, which is instruction. Grandparents' days and similar events like that, which involve the public visiting schools, will be canceled. Any school assemblies where large numbers of students or anybody from the outside is coming in to speak, they will be canceled. School performances such as plays, musicals, concerts will be canceled unless they can take place without any audience. Awards events with public audiences such as the Regional Science and Engineering Expo or the Excellence in Education Awards are all canceled as well. There has been no decision yet on high school proms, graduations, or elementary and middle school promotional exercises. In other school news, up in Severn, Spalding High School has closed for 3 days. They are closing today, tomorrow, and Monday, while a member of their community, they did not say whether it was a teacher, a student, a faculty member, is being tested for the coronavirus. That person did present with symptoms. They have been tested, and they are awaiting the results of the test, and they will react accordingly when they find out what that is. But Spalding is closed for 3 days now. Over at AACC, Anne Arundel Community College, what they have done is they have extended spring break, which is March 16th to the 22nd, for 1 additional week, and classes will resume on March 30th. They will resume in an online manner. Any event with more than 50 attendees scheduled through April 30th is canceled. Currently, that does not apply to any athletic events. The city of Annapolis initially sent out a release saying that they were canceling all public meetings on city property and any events being held on city property, but then they backtracked that a little bit later last night, saying it was just canceling last night's events. Everything in Annapolis is sort of on a day-to-day basis, and my suggestion is to, before you go to any event, check before you leave the home. Up in college basketball, March Madness, that will be seen with no spectators. That will just have close family and essential personnel. The NBA has also suspended the rest of their season because a Utah Jazz player has come down with the coronavirus. The Annapolis Film Festival sent out an email to their database late last night saying that the show will be going on. That is scheduled for March 26th to the 29th at this point. And in the memo, they said the AFF staff and board of directors are continually monitoring the latest developments as well as the most up-to-date procedures and practices recommended by local and national and international authorities. With that information top of mind and with caution, we are confidently moving forward with the Annapolis Film Festival 2020, which will take place March 26th through 29th. You can find out more information and up-to-date information at annapolisfilmfestival.com, .net, or .org. Oh, and in film-related news, Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson have confirmed that they both are positive for the coronavirus. They are down in Australia working on a movie. That is it for the Corona news today. What you want to do is make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net. We do have a post that's pinned to the very top of the page. It is also pinned to the top of the Facebook pages for All Annapolis and Eye on Annapolis, which we are trying our best to keep up with different cancellations and different shifting of the way our lives are working as we muddle through this. And finally, as we wrap up the day, some good news. We need some good news. Who doesn't like California Tortilla? Well, they are expanding. They're going to be bringing in a whole bunch of new restaurants in Maryland. There'll be 3 up in the Owings Mills area, another 5 somewhere in the Towson area, and they're also hoping to open another couple here in Annapolis and Bowie. That's the good news. The bad news is that it's not coming for probably another 2 to 5 years. So there's a daily glimmer of hope in this mess that we call Corona. It is Thursday, so we do have Trevor standing by with your Annapolis Makerspace Minutes. You want to hang out for that. We do have George Young standing by as well with your local DMV weather forecast. And he's coming up right after this message from Solar Energy Services. And also, right after Solar Energy Services, give a listen to my friend TJ Smith. He's running for mayor of Baltimore. And if you live in Baltimore, he has my endorsement.
Hello, Marylanders. I'm Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been thinking about solar for your home or business? If so, now's the time. The economics of solar are better than ever, and there's no better source than the trusted team at Solar Energy Services. We're the local experts with the best reviews in town. We've been around for 40 plus years, and we'll be here even longer to back up the generous warranties we offer. Let me put the solar economics in perspective. A typical residential solar investment in Maryland has an annual rate of return between 8 and 12%. And where can you get 10% annual returns for more than 25 years with very low risk? Not in savings, not even in stocks. So make your smartest investment ever by installing solar now and enjoy the satisfaction of doing your part for clean energy. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted. Call today, 410-923-6090, or visit solarsaves.net.
This is TJ Smith. I'm running to be your mayor. I'm not a politician. I'm a lifelong public servant. And right now, in our city, there is no more urgent time to serve. We need to turn the page on corruption at City Hall that spanned a decade and be swift and bold in reducing crime and trauma. It's time we think different, Baltimore. We need to want more. We need to expect more. I'm TJ Smith, and with your support, I know that we can be more.
Paid for by friends of TJ Smith, Carlton Epps Sr. Treasurer.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, March 12th. Today should be similar to yesterday with dry skies and a mixture of sun and clouds, though likely we'll see a bit more sunshine, with temps also a few degrees warmer with the afternoon highs today near the 60-degree mark. From there, it's more showers, likely not kicking off until very late tonight or after midnight, and mainly only sticking around through the AM hours on Friday as temps jump back up into the upper 60s to maybe mid-70s for most locations in Anne Arundel County before sunshine and mid-50s on Saturday, followed by clouds and maybe a few more early morning showers on Sunday, with highs only around the 50-degree mark before warming back up into the 60s by next Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching the Apple or Google App Stores for DCMDVA Weather, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
My name is Claudia Baldiga. My husband Randy and I are the founding chairs of Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation's Denim and Diamonds Bash. We're excited for this year's event because it's lighting the way to healthy minds. Please join us for this spectacular evening under the stars on Saturday, April 25th at AAMC's South Campus on Jennifer Road in Annapolis. Tickets sell out every year, so don't miss out on this amazing and truly important evening. This event provides critical funding to help support adult and pediatric mental health services along with substance abuse care and programs. AAMC sees more than 3,000 patients a year who need varying degrees of mental health and addiction care. These patients and families are our friends, loved ones, and coworkers who need our support. Denim and Diamonds features fabulous food, gourmet food trucks, separate beer and wine gardens, a vast silent auction, and dancing under the stars to the sounds of the Reagan years. Help us expand mental health and addiction care services in our community. For tickets, please visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Makers Minute, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor with Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. On Saturday at the Beverly Triton Park in Edgewater, they're doing Tales and Trails. Bring your leashed pup for a guided hike around Beverly Triton Park. And on Saturday down at Blackwater Wildlife Refuge in Cambridge, they're doing their 19th annual Eagle Festival, celebrating birds of prey with educational programs that allow the visitor an up-close view of this unique class of birds, with many activities for children from archery to wildlife crafts, as well as guided tours. Also on Saturday, Books for International Goodwill off of Defense Highway is having another one of their big book sales. This is one of Pearl Rotary Club's regular book sales featuring books priced $3 and under, mostly with kids' books even cheaper. Be sure to check out the interview with Pearl Rotary Club on the Annapolis Legacy Business Spotlight. And because it's Pi Day on Saturday, there's assorted events around the area celebrating the number, Raspberry Pi computers, or everyone's favorite a la mode component, including Pi Day at the National Cryptologic Museum, with free pizza while supplies last, fun activities for kids of all ages, and fun prizes. At Art Things this week, on Saturday is a block printing workshop with Sue Chamber. This 2-Saturday class will teach students multiple printing techniques such as registration, multicolor printing, carving techniques, and more. And on Sunday at Art Things, they're doing their Sunday series, Color Theory with Acrylic. Learn basic color theory and practical applications in acrylic by creating several small paintings. At the Ray of Light studio this week, on Saturday, they'll be at the Local by Design location at Annapolis Mall, and they'll be doing Paint Your Blue Heron. Paint a blue heron in acrylic paints for yourself or as a gift with Ray of Light Studio. They'll set you up for success by introducing all the materials, having the heron pre-drawn on canvas, pre-selecting the color palette, and teaching you step-by-step instructions. At Art Farm this week, tonight is Art Breath, a breath of wellness with Aaron Bishop, an integration experience that uses the power of breath and artistic materials to express higher consciousness. Breathing exercises are followed by an opportunity to let the artist within create whatever feels natural. Paint and canvas are supplied, and you're welcome to use your hands, brushes, or markers to express yourself. Tomorrow at Art Farm is Eat This Poem, a teen open mic night for poetry and spoken word, a night of fun and sharing in a welcoming and safe environment. And on Wednesdays, their Intro to Improv for Adults with Reflex Improv continues. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today in Deal, they're doing a Build and Play Imagination Station, building with Legos. On Saturday in Severna Park, they're celebrating Pi Day. Kids ages 6 through 10 can exercise their math skills by listening to a math-themed story and participating in math-related activities. Also learn basic coding skills using Cubeto, the friendly wooden robot. Also on Saturday, but in Odenton, they're also having a Pi Day celebration. Learn new games and play games you already know, and take home ideas on how to create fun with math and numbers for ages 6 through 10. On Monday at the Linthicum Library is Build a Better Book. Help design tactile and audio materials, such as games, picture books, and graphics for children who are visually impaired, using low and high-tech materials, including Makey-Makeys, 3D pens, and more. On Wednesday at the Deal Library, they're doing Lucky Science. Test your luck by engineering boats to prevent your chocolate coins from sinking, as well as catapults to fling your candy the farthest. And finally on Wednesday at Odenton is Girls Who Code. Girls can learn basic programming writing skills from members of the Fort Meade Alliance for girls in 3rd through 5th grades. At Unallocated Space in Severn this week, tomorrow is their DEF CON group DC 443 Hacker Hangout. Sharpen your cybersecurity skills with hands-on activities. On Saturday, their member Jelly is hosting a Raspberry Pi Party 2020. This is a birthday celebration to celebrate the amazing little $35 computer, the Raspberry Pi. The day will be filled with events where anyone can show off projects they've made and learn new things by building projects with their instructors. Also check out Unallocated's regular Monday project night and their Wednesday open house night. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, tomorrow we're having another laser training and refresher course for anyone interested in laser cutters and engravers, particularly our members that need training on ours. On Tuesday is our monthly CAD and CAM with Fusion 360 workshop, and check out our regular Wednesday woodworking open night and Thursday electronics open night. And you can catch me tonight and every Thursday night at Annapolis Makerspace on Renard Court for electronics night, and you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Naptown turns to Tinseltown, March 26th through the 29th for the 8th Annual Annapolis Film Festival, featuring over 70 independent and new release films from around the world. Plus, meet directors, actors, producers, and filmmakers. Join in Q&A sessions, panel discussions, exclusive parties, and more. The Annapolis Film Festival has become one of the country's premier film fests. Tickets are on sale now, so buy your passes now while they last. Start making your schedule today at AnnapolisFilmFestival.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.